Welcome to the Shellonomics Podcast, your source for pure Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles entertainment, presented by King Mictus.
All right, guys, another episode of Shellonomics. Today we are blessed and joined with one of the hype man of the Ninja Turtle fans right here. We are joined with Jason, the owner of the TMNT van. Jason, how's it going today, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic over here. So
Appreciate you having me on.
Oh man, is this your first podcast?
No, but just I'm always appreciative of anybody that wants to, talk and get into my mind a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Shellonomics is huge, and we love talking to fans, Kickstarter projects, because that's most of the synergy and energy all of us Turtle fans brings is wholesomeness and just good fun and serving others. And you, my friend, definitely serve others. So I usually like to ask our guests, how did you get into Ninja Turtles? Where did it all start?
Little kid back in the 80s watching TV and, He-Man, one of them, Thundercats, one of them. But the big one for me was Ninja Turtles, obviously, right? That spawned a love for the cartoon. Obviously, the movies, once the movies came out. I was one of the kids that really didn't have a lot of the toys. So, I didn't even have a turtle van back in the day, right? I had a couple of figures. Wished I had a turtle van, wished I had the Technodrome, all that good stuff. And then grew up to be an adult. I had a little bit of money and wanted to drive around something that would make people smile and make me hot temperature-wise at the same time.
Very nice. So when you were a kid, did you have like a Hot Wheels car or something just to make believe you had a turtle van, or they just all traveled on foot when you had your battles?
They all traveled on foot and sometimes fell off a cliff, which would be a table. I had Hot Wheels cars, but obviously the Hot Wheels one didn't come out till later, a couple years ago. But I used to just play with my little toys, and I only think I had Michelangelo and Raphael, to be honest. I don't think I had the other two.
Oh, okay.
I only had a Shredder. And it wasn't that I didn't have money to buy them. For whatever reason, I just didn't get the other collection, right? Like I didn't start the whole collection, which I wish I would have now, right? Because they're worth some money now if you have them in box and all that stuff,
It's pure madness, and just how you talked about playing when your guys would take a dive off the table. I had that called parachute or Trooper Donatello with the parachute, and I used to throw him outside my the window of my bedroom. I'm like, how come he doesn't land like on the commercial? So I learned the hard way too.
Oh my God, that's funny.
It was a stunt man. So the turtle van, you started this, why the van? You wanted to stand out, or?
So I'll give you a little history of why it became the turtle van first. So when I became an adult and I had money to do something, I actually wanted the Back to the Future DeLorean. That was a bit of a price tag to get that to be the way it is in the movie. And I had already had a couple friends that had them. So I didn't want to be the other guy, the third, fourth guy that had one roaming around Los Angeles with one, right?
Makes sense.
The next one I wanted to do was Kit. I wanted to have a Knight Rider car. But I already had a friend at the time, too, that had the exact replica inside and out that he built with his own hands. And I didn't want to be the friend that, you made another one, so now there's two. So hence why I thought about the turtle van, did my research of what I could find. And at the time, I think it was 2012, I found the one from J. Oberg that was in a museum that never left the museum in Chicago, maybe, or Illinois. It's in Illinois somewhere.
Oh, that one. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen that one before. They brought that one. Okay, cool.
So I saw stuff on the internet that he built it, and it just didn't go nowhere. It was in a museum, which was cool. I've never seen it. I've never been over there. I've been wanting to get over there and look at it. And then there was a woman in Pennsylvania that built hers out of a old Dodge Caravan, I believe. Like she hand painted it, and I give her credit for making this. I forget her name. I think it was called Johnstown Turtle Van on Facebook. That was years ago. I don't know if she's still around. But I thought it was really cool that she built this thing with her own two hands and was driving it around Pennsylvania as a big part of her life, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know what? I want to make a turtle van. Now, mind you, my idea to make the turtle van was not to go to car shows because I didn't think that was a thing at the time. I was already doing Comic-Cons because I was on a show called Power Rangers. And I didn't even think about taking the turtle van to Comic-Con. Like, I wanted to build the turtle van so that I could drive it around town for me and to make people happy. Or actually, half the time, people are like, what the heck is that? Like, they have no idea. But most of the time, the kids and adults, they love it. They're taking pictures with it. They thank me for it. And I just wanted to build it for me and to have some sort of, what's the word? Something that I could share with others,
Yeah.
not only in my town but like all over the world once they saw it, right? So that's why I built the turtle van. I tried to design it as best I could off the toy, but next up was trying to find the donor vehicle for it, and I actually wanted to do it out of a Toyota van like they had it done at the MGM Studios in Disneyland, Disney World, back
Oh,
in the
okay.
90s. And so I was trying to go that route. But the main guy that I had building it for me couldn't build it the way I wanted it to. So I ended up looking up the comic books, which I wasn't accustomed to looking at yet, the Ninja Turtles, because I was at the time I was just strictly cartoon and movies. And so I did my little bit of research, and I found out that in the comic book, Kevin Eastman had the turtles driving around in an old VW bus, and that was a turtle van in the comics. And so to pay homage to Kevin Eastman, I bought an old VW bus, designed it around that, and I had a special effects guy in the movie industry do the steel bumper, the swing out door, and the spoiler. I hired another guy to make the windows and the sewer cover out of fiberglass, and I found a body shop at the end of all those people doing that work to put all that stuff together and paint it to make it what it is today and what it was brand new like in 2012.
Okay, in 2000. Okay, so when the 25th anniversary of the Turtles happened, they actually had like a sort of like a party bus kind of van. Did you get to check that out? Did that help inspire it?
I did not.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw the pictures of it, and I believe it came to LA, but I did not have a chance to go. For whatever reason, I had no chance to go look at it in person. But I saw the picture. It looked like a school bus, right? Like that
Oh,
old.
it was awesome. Yeah, they came to Chicago, and it was pretty much just like a mini museum. You walked in there were tons of old toys. You were able to play Turtles in Time Reshelled because that was coming out.
Wow,
That was
okay.
an updated version of Turtles in Time, the arcade with the 2003 voice actors. Really cool. I got to finally get a picture with Mikey because I didn't get that as a kid, so it's cool getting the costume like that and all that good stuff. So, if you don't mind sharing, how much did this cost you out of your Ninja Turtle piggy bank? Did you have to give up eating pizzas for a while, or?
I had to give up eating pizzas, buying toys, everything else for like probably 5 years, but it worked out in the end. So the donor bus, I bought it for $1,000.
Okay.
That thing looked like it had been through hell and back. And once I got it to my house, I was like, dude, hopefully you're going to get to travel and see the country, which I hope you were able to do and you weren't able to do before. And so, sure enough, thing got built. I think at the time that it was built, I had put about maybe 25 grand into it. Now that didn't include a new motor. Everything was all that 25 paid for was the exterior of the van. So everything was still original or whatever was in there. I ran out of money to do the inside. So the inside was still 1972 bus, which I never wanted anybody to see. So I always tried to cover up the windows whenever it was parked. And then a year after I started driving it, the engine blew on me.
Oh.
So I actually did a GoFundMe for that. And thanks to a few people, donated some money to help me get that thing back on the road. And I've still been on that same motor many years later. So at the time, so now I think I'm probably into it. I want to say about 50 grand.
Oh, wow. Okay.
After all the extra engine work and the inside stuff I had done to it. And actually, there's another story which we could do later about how the inside was actually done a couple years ago, paid for by Uber. So we can talk about
wow,
that.
I can't wait to hear that. Because again, you're a big guy like me in the cartoons, and I'm sure you're doing this in the back of your head. Mikey's like, "Oh, this gear, and you left out the pizza oven."
That was the one thing I left out too in the design, which a lot of people were after me for. Like, "Hey man, you forgot the pizza oven. You forgot it opening up on top." So that's something I want to do later too.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. So you got this down. How many miles does it have on it too? I'm curious. You did say you drive this around, so I'm curious.
I couldn't even tell you. So I baby it.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm jealous seeing VW buses on the road wherever I'm at in the country, and I'm like, these people take it across country, across state lines, but I baby mine. So like, I only drive it in Southern California.
Okay.
And then anything out of it, it gets trailered or put on a car carrier.
Oh, okay, smart.
And then
okay.
I just fly in and pick it up somewhere wherever I'm at.
Oh, nice. So it's not the John Madden trailer where you travel all over with it. Okay, gotcha.
No. But I hope to. I hope to one day do it, but we'll see.
Oh, that would be awesome. Apologize for Alexa interrupting us here. So how about what do I want to ask you next here? So you got that. So how did it end up getting? They started taking fire. I'm sure, as you said, there was interest. I see a lot of your Instagram posts, which are just always so heartwarming. Where did you reach out to these Ninja Turtle fans with the cosplays, or did they just ask you like, "Hey, can we be a part of it when you're doing events?"
So about a year and a half, 2 years after I built the van, I'm not going to mention his name because not worth mentioning after what he put me through and what he put. I want to say a couple hundred people through in the world by not giving them the cosplay and taking their money.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm not going to mention his name.
Sure.
So a year and a half into me having the van, which was just me driving around. Since the inception of the van, I wanted to have a real turtle costume in the passenger seat, just for looks. Nothing as a business opportunity. Nothing, just to have him sitting there with me. And then one Comic-Con in LA happened by my house that I wasn't able to go to. And all my friends that were there were sending me text messages because I was out of state of this guy in a Raphael costume that nobody had ever seen before. It looked just like the movie, the 90s movie. And everybody's like, "Do you know this guy?" Like, so I Facebook stalked him that weekend. I found him and I'm like, "Hey man, that costume's really awesome. Like, this is my van. How much to get one to put in?" I just wanted to put inside. And so I was his first customer. He blurted out a number. I said, "Fine, I'll pay you half now. When do I get he was like, "Really? You're going to pay me?" I go, "Yeah, dude, you're the only one with it." So I saw him a couple of weeks later at Long Beach Comic-Con, which was another big Comic-Con out here, because I had my van on display outside with a bunch of other movie cars. And so he brought it to me. And I'll tell you what, this is my one story for when we first got these costumes on at the Comic-Con. So you're familiar. Girls dress up, sexy bikinis and stuff, and the photographers are always all over them, right?
Of course, goo goo gaga.
I put that Michelangelo suit on. He was Raphael. We walked in the con, and I tell you, every single photographer went from the girls straight to us because these costumes were like the real deal, right? And I knew there was something, but I didn't know what at the time. I just knew that people really liked them because if the photographers were switching pace. And everybody was coming up to us like, picture, like, all right. So then we forward a couple of weeks after that, I had it in my van. I went to go put gas. And at the gas station, this lady's like, "Hey, do you do parties?" Never done a party before. That wasn't in my wheelhouse. I go, "Sure. Where's your party at?" She's like, "It's down the street. How much?" And I told her, whatever. And I went down there, did the party. That's when I started the social media, because then it clicked.
Yeah,
it clicked that besides me as a fan and the fans at Comic-Con seeing a turtle for the first time in a costume, now there was a want for parties. Which still at the time I wasn't like, "Oh, this is a new business." Like I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking something fun for me to do that was going to make people smile.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's all it was ever about. It was only about me finally getting a costume that I'm sure every other fan out there wishes that was around back when we were little kids,
Oh, yeah, for Halloween. Yeah, usually Ma had to make you a homemade one, and the easiest one to make was down in Telly. You just find a branch outside. Hey, there's your weapon.
So the parties took off. I had Michelangelo. This guy was Raphael. Eventually, down the line, I think about a few months later, people wanted all four, and so me talking to this dude, he's like, well, I'm always going to be Raphael. I go, that's great. But what if we get double booked? Then who's Raphael then? He's like, nobody. Nobody can ever be a Raphael. So there was a little bit of hindrance to making people happy with that guy,
Sure.
So that's what it became. I have another story which leads to a buildup of even more, but that can be another question, or I can continue.
Yeah, feel free. Feel free. We're just happy to have you here. And what I've really enjoyed is nice ooze canister right there. By the way.
Real quick, I actually built a Ninja Turtle tiki bar in my backyard. Which, if you go online on social media, you can find it. It's called the Drunken Turtle Tiki. Little plug. And these are one of the cups that I serve Secret of the Ooze in.
Oh my God! Yeah. Can you imagine that, like a Six Flags or like a theme park that's world famous, like a Disneyland or something? Oh my God!
Another shameless plug. These are other little bowls for the tiki drinks that I had made up too.
Oh man!
Cool. Yeah. So
anyway, one day maybe there'll be a franchise, and that'll be another dream come true for one of those in Chicago.
Around that time, also Kevin Eastman did a signing in Hollywood, which was the first time I actually met him. Okay. So he was at a comic book store, which isn't around anymore. I forgot what it was called. So I took the van over there, all excited, right? This is before I had the costume, all excited. I meet him. He was like genuinely the nicest guy ever. If you see this thing behind me, this is an old cereal promo.
Yep.
He actually had a couple of these that he was selling at that event, and he gave me this, signed it, took a bunch of pictures with me in front of the van on Hollywood Boulevard. So that was actually my first gift from Kevin Eastman ever, which is this cereal cardboard cutout thing from the stores. So I meet him there. The costume gig's doing pretty good. Everybody wants the Ninja Turtle, and I'm happy to oblige. And really, I only really asked for, money for gas, and because at the time I wasn't trying to make money. I just wanted, if I had the time and I could do it, I wanted other people to be happy. Yeah. That's what I was doing.
Absolutely.
And so I get this email from a guy named Jared out in Texas. It was like 2013, I think, maybe 14. He's like, hey, I'm having a birthday party in a month at this place in Texas where all I want is Vanilla Ice and the Ninja Turtles from the movie to perform the ninja rap for the first time since the movie. He's all, are you in? I go, I'm in, but you got to figure out a way to get the van there, and then you got to fly us out there. He's like, done. Let me figure it out. Within a day, there was like storage wars going around on the TV at that time. I think there was a transportation wars. I forget what that was called. He had put my van on this website, and everybody was battling to get the job, right, to take it from California to Texas. And there was one smart guy. One guy saw my social media on my van and contacted me directly. And I go, here's the guy's number. You make a deal with him, and you're golden. He did it. He ended up being my driver because he did that as a job, and he ended up being my driver for the Turtle van for like the next 4 years. He took that thing to Michigan, Florida, a couple other places. The only reason why he stopped is because somebody stole his truck and trailer, and he just retired early.
Oof.
But I love that guy. That guy took my van everywhere, and I'm so appreciative of him.
Oh, man. Can we rewind a minute just for those who don't know and are listening to Shellonomics for the first time on Spotify or YouTube? How did Vanilla Ice come into play? I don't think we didn't get that story yet.
So that was my next story with the guy from Texas.
Yeah, with Jared.
So eventually it worked out. It was a couple of weeks. It was exactly 2.5 weeks from the time that he first contacted me that the party was going on.
Okay.
So you can also look that up. It's called Jared's Epic Party.
Okay.
I think like 2014. He sold it out from people around the world. All he asked for was that you bought a $100 ticket, and that got you in regular general admission.
Okay.
And I think the next level was a VIP, which was either like $150 to $200. Now, mind you, fair. He was putting every dollar that he made from this back into the show. So the show originally was Vanilla Ice and the Turtles, and a couple of movie cars and the Turtle van. and like one or two celebrities, which included Kevin Eastman. That's what you got for that price for the night. And as the 2.5 weeks went on, he ended up making, I think, 120 grand, or not making it. That's the wrong word.
Sure.
He ended up raising 120 grand, I believe. That was an all-night party, 1,500 people. If you're familiar with the I Love the 90s show that Vanilla Ice and we're doing right now, which we've been doing since like 2016 or 14, whatever it is. Jared was the first one to put all those acts together. Tone Loc, Kid and Play, Flavor, all those people. I tell you, there was about 10 acts there, which was the original I Love the 90s tour.
Oh, my God.
Everybody that paid $100 got that. There were more celebrities like Ernie Reyes Jr., Partners in Crime was there. It was a big party where you could just meet everybody walking around. Now, mind you, the sponsorships for that guy's party started coming in. So if you got the VIP ticket, there was so much you got. I think it was Domino's that originally that not but if Domino's, I think it was the one that sponsored the pizza.
Okay.
So everybody, not just the VIPs, but everybody got a slice of pizza as they walked in the door. I believe Pabst Beer got in on it at the end of it. Everybody that was 21 got a can of beer walking in the door. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, and there was a beef jerky company, Oberto Beef Jerky. Everybody got a bag of beef jerky. That's like the least amount everybody got.
Wow.
There was a whole party going on. That's how I met Vanilla Ice. We were the first ones. My team, TMNT band. We were the first ones to perform with him at this party. I got the manager's email, and so for the next 1.5 2 years, I asked if we could perform with him, right?
Yeah, sure.
So on my own dime, I would go ask if we could do it. He's like, "Yeah, come on out," and we would go. And then after like 2 years, I earned my place, right? Like he's like, "Well, now you're part of the team. Any show you want to come to, you just come. Da da da. You got the whole deal that we all got. Now we're friends." And so that's how I met Vanilla Ice. Super nice guy, super nice to all his fans, and just a really great person. You know?
Really cool. I've said it before, and I'll say it again on this show.
You love being a turtle?
Yeah, I knew you read my mind for that one, but just how giving the turtle community is as a whole. Like, I mean, I talked to Michelle Ivy, Ken Scott,
yeah, she's great.
authors, just everybody in this, community compared to other, cliques or factions or whatever superhero groups. Just we all love helping out one another, and like you say, just started with a little vision, just wanting to put smile on a couple people's faces for nostalgia, and now look where we are. I mean, unbelievable. So, since we've been talking about this, this will be out before the 35th anniversary. This is just kind of a question on the fly. Do you have any plans for that with the 35th anniversary coming out next week? Anything with the Turtle Van?
So I'm working on a couple of just strictly van appearances, like for the movie.
Okay, cool.
So I don't want to give that out yet, but it's obviously going to be in Southern California because that's where I live.
Yeah.
So there's your little cocoon of where I could be.
Okay.
So there's that. Yeah.
Oh my, awesome. Once again. All right. So let's see here. You've also had a lot of cool Aprils that want to help out. So how about with the celebrity bump here? What was it like having, Judith Hogue and Renee Jacobs, two Aprils in the same day? How in the world did that come to be? That had to be really exciting for you.
So I've known Renee for a few years now because I do the Comic-Con circuit. Con bring me out every once in a while. Not all of them. Obviously it's a money issue because of the van and stuff. Sure. But so I've been lucky and grateful to meet almost all the Turtle cast, voices and actors. Judith Hogue was actually one person I hadn't met yet, and so that duo video came out at Washington State SummerCon a couple weeks ago, where we were all. Now, very very few cons do it right. They're one of them that because he brings me out every couple of years. He's one of the cons that does it exactly right. So we were the Turtle celebration was in one hall.
Oh, okay,
everything in there was just turtles. So it was the van. Kevin Eastman was right next to the van, and then it was all the stunt actors and the voices were on the other side. So it was a big deal for everybody in Washington. People came from Canada. People came from out of state.
Yeah.
And we're always joking around. So like we always talk, and we were doing photo ops in the back with actually Judith and April, I think, or whatever.
Mhm.
There was two separate ones. There was a voice actor and a stunt cast. Well, we were all hanging out back there. I'm like, hey, I got this idea. I go, what do you think? And they're like, they jumped in the van. They didn't even say yes. They
No
just
questions asked.
jumped in the van. And then I told them the premise of how I wanted it done, and then they just went with it. And the video came out really good, like for being on the fly,
Yeah.
and them just being with a camera pointed at them. They like took off with it. So I was really grateful to them that happened.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Well, again, it doesn't get any bigger than Kevin Eastman, Vanilla Ice, and the two Aprils, among other celebrities you've met. Let's talk a little bit about the fans here. So tell us about a time where you just made a child's day. Because that's pretty much the ooh and ah that we wish we had as kids. Like we talked earlier before we went live. I would say this fan's almost like the ice cream truck that we had back in the 80s and 90s, where all the kids just kept gunning for it, man, just gunning for it.
So my thing in the costume is my enjoyment, even though I'm sweating to death and it's 100 degrees in there. I tell you, when all the kids and even the adults are dressed up, they're all into it, and no one's a naysayer, because there's usually always a one kid that's like, hey, you're not real. But I tell you, if everybody's into it, I don't feel the heat. I don't feel the sweat. There's a big smile in that suit on me while the people are hugging me. They're high-fiving me, fist bumping me, taking the picture. It's a really big enjoyment still. Even though I'm the guy in the costume, it's a real enjoyment for me to see that. Now, mind you, it's not me. It's the costume.
Right.
It's an enjoyment for me to see that the costume is making all these people happy, other fans like myself, because I am always a fan, no matter what it is, Oh, yeah. So with that being said, out of all the events I've done, the hundreds of kids that have smiled and the adults, I was driving on the freeway. This is early on, like probably 3 years into me having the van.
Okay.
I was on the freeway, and this car is honking next to me, and I usually don't like look over because I'm pretty safe when I drive, and I made sure that it was clear.
That's true. Yes, that's a good point.
So I look over, and the rear window is rolling down. Hold on, I got caught. The rear window is rolling down this car on the freeway, and there's this probably 4-year-old kid in the child seat. He holds out the turtle van, and he's just like, "What?" And I was like, no way that this kid had a turtle van while I was driving around on the freeway.
Wow. Yeah. Dude,
that was probably like the best moment ever.
Yeah, just magic right there.
And I know I have a picture because I had my passenger take a picture of it. So I know there's a picture on my social media of that picture. And I'll try and repost it again in the next couple of days, because now that I remember, it's a pretty good memory.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess, how do you pick one favorite memory of doing this so far? I mean, it's got to be, I know it's difficult, but just one that just, you shared a couple already, Jason. Which one will stand out the most?
It has to be Kevin Eastman.
Okay.
Without him and Peter Laird, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be talking to you.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be people I'd be making happy. Well, I'd be doing other stuff, but
sure.
Without Kevin Eastman, he's the one with Peter Laird. He has to be the one guy that I've met that's been number one, and also one of the nicest guys. We're friends now. Like, really, really good guy to all his fans and everything. He stays till the end. He's a really class act guy, Kevin Eastman.
Yeah, I see him pay it forward to everybody too. There's something in the works on the side. Somebody's trying to put together like a card game for the Turtles, and Kevin Eastman signed the cards. Yeah, he met him, and he's so supportive. Just to see, I think obviously he's still in awe and humbled that all these creations started just from a comic book, by two dudes 40 plus years ago now.
I should ask him. It should have been a question early on. Like, all right, man, that day you saw me at the comic book store with that van, like, what was going on through your head? Like, look at this weirdo. Like,
yeah,
I want to ask him next time. Be like, hey, like, what did you think when I pulled up?
Oh my God! First, so any goals you have? I checked out one of your Instagram stories again, guys. We'll plug Jason's socials at the end, but it is TMNT Van on Instagram. We'll plug it again later. But It looks like you're trying to do something to New York. Do you have any other like hotspots? Like anytime is Chicago on your radar so I can take a look at this van?
So it actually is on. I'm gonna post the 2 possible routes going and coming tomorrow.
Okay, nice. I'll get this video up the same day of recording then.
Yeah. So this is all. The van's never been in New York. I feel like all these years, I should have tried my hardest to get it there somehow.
Sure.
But life got in the way. Whatever. Things happen. So this came about for 2 reasons. One I can't say yet, but it'd be really cool if it does happen.
Okay, fingers crossed.
There's a Comic-Con happening in Buffalo in early October, which they've reached out to me, but obviously it's quite a feat financially to get the van out there.
Oh, sure. Right? Number one. Yeah.
So part of the idea of me taking it to New York is to partly go to this Comic-Con to have it be an awesome Comic-Con in Buffalo, New York, of all places, to have the turtle van there for the first time ever, because the voice actors are going to or the stunt people are going to be there as guests. But I would like to take it to New York City, which I just found out. I don't know how, because I don't think about it, that New York Comic-Con is going on a week or 2 after that.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think I'd be able to go inside Comic-Con, but at least to get it driving around over there.
Yeah.
So here's my little shameless plug, since you brought it up.
Sure.
I have 2 routes that I'm going to post my social media tomorrow of going and coming. My idea is to get a U-Haul truck and trailer and drive it myself, like a 20-day round trip. And I have my route. So I'm looking for sponsors. If you have a comic book shop or a pizza place or just a regular guy that wants to bring it to your town, hey, email me. Let's try and get this trip going. I can go to Chicago, and I can make so many people happy with this van going to New York. So if you see it, please try to help me out, and we'll figure this out, because it's October. I'm going to try and do it finally.
That would be phenomenal. That would be incredible. So how does the maintenance go for this too? Like you said, I mean, you bring it all over the place. Even like the foot stinks design, I like a lot too. And that's just old school right there, just like the one we grew up with. You know, how, do you have to, like, you know, actually, how do you get this car washed? Do you take it to a regular car wash, or what's the process of that?
I'm afraid to have it through the little.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's
break everything.
Yeah, exactly. So
I can wash the hose.
Okay.
One of my great designs, I didn't seal the side door, so there is a crack around the side door that air gets into.
Okay.
But I've learned how to wash it where the water doesn't get in, and like when it travels without me, or even when I take it somewhere, I'll put trash bags and tape them on the inside so that no weather gets inside. You know, so I'm real careful.
Exactly.
But I can wash it like a regular person. You know, as long as I hand wash it.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious. I'm sure. How long does it take to make? At least an hour, I would guess. Probably longer, right? That thing's massive.
Once I take it to detail, yeah. When I do the inside, now that the inside looks kind of nice, it's cool, you know.
Yeah. Any other goals you have for this? Like I say, you've been doing this for a long time. It doesn't seem like it's getting dull anytime soon. Your social media is still blowing up through the roof. Any other goals you have besides this New York one coming up?
My only goal is the same goal I've had since the beginning, and that's make as many people as I can happy with the suits while I have them, even the van, you know. That's my real goal. You know, a lot of people think, oh, this not. No, my goal is to make people happy. If you can't have a smile in this world, you know, what do you have, right? You got to make people happy. Like, I'm in the position to do it, so I want to do it. And if my financial means allow me to take it to wherever, then I'll do that as well. So that's all.
Jason, it's been a pleasure. I also want to talk about another side thing you have doing, and I checked out your other social medias, because this is season 2 just came out of this Twisted Metal show. You have a crafty, crazy little sweet tooth, so to speak. Can we hear a couple of details about this and how this actually came to play? So
I want to say 5 years ago, maybe 6, me and my girl bought an ice cream truck. I wanted the ice cream truck to be really, really small, that I could fit it into a parking space, that it wasn't a huge thing, no footprint. And so I looked into these little trucks. They're called AM Generals, right? That's the name of the brand back from the 80s or whatever. And somebody happened to be selling one a couple miles from my house, and so I bought it. We bought it cheap. You can see what it used to look like. The social media for what it used to look like was chili mango, like CHILI twice mango. I was serving these mangonadas. So if you're familiar with a mangonada, it's like mango sorbet with chamoy and tahin. I was serving that. And then I was serving ice cream bars as well, which included the Ninja Turtle bar. I had those. So I did that for 6 years. And the wrap was actually fading because the wrap was like old ice cream truck style. And so the wrap was actually fading. And around the time that was happening, I had seen some leaked photos of the Twisted Metal Sweet Tooth truck because there was nothing out yet, and it was starting a couple months from then. And I saw it, and I took it to my girl. I'm like, look, we got to do this. We were already looking at getting a different wrap. And she's all, hell no. I don't want my ice cream truck looking all rusty and all that other stuff. I go, wait a minute, it's not real rust. I go, let me explain to you what it is and why it will be cool. And it took her a couple weeks, but she finally agreed that, okay, maybe we should do the horror genre, which we weren't thinking about either. We just thought about the video game and the TV show.
Yeah.
So we were actually at a Comic-Con in Amarillo, Texas when we were talking about this, and she had agreed. And I had a buddy that owned a print shop, and as soon as she agreed, I got on the phone with him. I go, hey, dude, how much would it cost to wrap my ice cream truck like this? And he basically said, you know, bring it to the shop. Let's get it done. And he did the wrap for it. Everything was done. And the first place I took it to was Las Vegas. That was after the show aired. And I got the biggest pop for that thing. I had my friend Caleb trailer it over there. And I drove it around Vegas. I drove it to whatever that Red Rock, I think it is, where it's all desert.
Okay.
Took a bunch of photos of it there. I took a bunch of photos of it. Like, I made sure that there'd be no issue with me driving this truck in Vegas. So I got up super, like 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and took it to the strip and would stop in the middle of the street and take a picture of it by the casinos, you know?
Yeah.
So I got pictures of it like 2 in the morning. I was like, have a sleep.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't a fan of the game. I have to say that, unfortunately. Okay. Not because I didn't like the game. I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it to that extent because I wasn't a gamer.
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I wasn't a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the game now after seeing all the videos and stuff. Yeah. Obviously because of the TV show too.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Twisted Metal fan now, and I have the truck, which I also, now mind you, I have a dummy in the passenger seat with a mask that looks like Sweet Tooth, and it'll either scare the people when I'm driving around, or they just, oh my God, they start pointing. So unlike the Turtle Van where it's like, what is that? Or, oh man, it's like, oh man, what, like people get scared when they see this thing driving on the street. Like, what is this thing? If they don't know what it is. And believe it or not, there's more people that don't know what it is when I drive around than they do, which is hard to believe being the TV shows come out, you know?
Well, I highly doubt that you never know. Maybe somebody who's a Twisted Metal fan will check this podcast out. But Samoa Joe, if you're listening to this, get in touch with TMNT Van and scare the bejesus out of everybody and take off that Sweet Tooth mask.
So I actually met him at Ontario Comic-Con. There's if you go to that, if we go to the Twisted Metal Twisted Sweets Instagram,
yeah,
so I met him in the con because the truck was outside.
Okay.
And I bought a picture from him, and I explained that I had the truck and that it was outside. I go, hey, I'll pay you extra. I'll buy you lunch. Is there any way when you're at lunch you can come outside and take a picture and sign my van? He's like, yeah, I'll get out there. And sure enough, an hour later, him and his manager walked out there. People were following him. Samoa Joe, you're the nicest guy too. Thank you for coming outside. I have a picture of him signing a video of him signing the dashboard, and pictures of him in the van doing it, and next to me in the truck and everything. So Samoa Joe, another class act. But like you said, anytime you're in LA, let me know. We'll go around. Okay, we'll go drive around.
Absolutely. This is just incredible. Again, this is and the division you had. I mean, you pretty much. I'm sure fans even talk to you all the time, daily outside. Like, where can people find you if they actually want to get in touch with you or just see like some of these legendary photographs? I know you're on Instagram. Where else can they find you, Jace?
So just Instagram and Facebook. So for the Turtle Van, it's just like TMNT Van on Instagram. Which, if you put the same letters, it should take you to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Van Facebook page.
Okay.
And then also Twisted Sweets. It might be Twisted Sweets LA. That's both Instagram and Facebook, and I think Twitter also, or whatever X, or whatever that is. I don't know.
Yeah. I keep doing it. Don't worry, you're not the only one. I say we're starting to get to that age where it's like, how does this work? So,
but I'm always available to talk on email. So if you're planning an event, no matter where you're at in the country, and I'm able to go, I'll go. So we can talk about it later or whatever. So,
Dude, that sounds awesome. And I guess a real quick plug too. Do you sell those cups online, the Turtle Tiki Bowl, the Ooze Cup yet? Are those?
I don't yet, but I'm looking at getting them mass produced. So
okay.
Yeah. I have 8 of these, which I use for my tiki bar, which I also have 8 of the Ooze.
Oh man, yeah. Stay, dude. Yeah, if those, please everybody stay tuned and definitely check out his socials because I got a feeling that could be a phenomenal Christmas gift if that can happen. We're doing this in August. If Santa Claus can work some magic with his turtle elves, what a great gift that would be for anybody.
You can shamelessly plug my the Drunken Turtle Tiki, which is the tiki bar in my backyard. Yeah.
Now, how'd you come up with that name? I guess real quick. Let's hear a quick story about that one.
Quick story. How did I do that? Okay, so just bought the house. My girl said I could build a tiki bar in the back because I'm big into tiki, and when my buddy heard that she was going to let me do it, he works for Knott's Berry Farm, which is an amusement park out here, and they have a glass blower vendor out there. When he heard that she was going to let me build a tiki bar, he went to the glass blower and had him blow me a giant green Michelangelo drinking a beer or drinking a drink. And so when I looked at it, I called it the Drunken Turtle. And so he's like, you should call the bar the Drunken Turtle Tiki. So that's how that name came about. And that's also a picture on my Drunken Turtle Tiki Instagram page, which it's actually the very first picture I posted for it. So, yeah.
Dude, that is awesome. So, I guess real quick, how do you handle all this without getting? I guess this could be another question. Not going to put you on the spot, but just how do you handle all this? Is it just because it's so much fun? It doesn't feel like it's work? Because you just told us now you have 3 multiple social media accounts, plus your everyday life with your wife, plus your regular day job. I mean, like, what's your strategy? Keeping it all and keeping the energy up like you do, man. That's not an easy task.
We had a joke the other day. Me and my one of my good performers and friends, Michelle. She goes, "How many Instagrams do you have?" And she started counting. Like, what did you say? I had 3. She started counting, and she said I had like 7 or 8, which I do for the other things that I got going on.
Sure.
So I'm like, but it's tough. Like, I don't post on all of them all the time. Like, I post when I can. Obviously, the Ninja Turtle one and my personal ones are the ones that get the most attention. But it's hard. It's hard to have a life. It's hard to do the appearances where I'm flying all over the place and whatnot, and then my regular job and all this other. So it's hard to keep a grasp on it. But I've done it for so long that now I think it's just not repetitious, but
yeah,
I don't know what you call it. Like I'm so used to it. It's not a hindrance to me anymore.
Okay, more like an enjoyable routine. Like you actually look
enjoyable
forward
routine.
to it. Like I'm logging in. When's this notification popping? Nice. I got 1,000 likes over here. I've got 50 comments. I'll do my best to respond to all you. It's just a joy. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh! As we slowly bring this one in for a landing, Jace. For those listening now, what would you say to somebody who has a dream, something similar to you, where it's like, look, whether it's Ninja Turtles or anything, you just have this vision in your head. You know, we live in a world now where there's tons of content creators, you know, Uber drivers. I do want to share that Uber driver story quick too after this. You said you wanted to share that. Yeah. But a lot of people now, they're trying to do their own thing. And not many people are doing the 9-to-5 lifestyle anymore. It's like, it's still there, but it doesn't seem like it's staying as long. You know what I mean? There's just a lot more different people trying different things. So any advice to those people that are listening now, what would you say to them?
So I'm going to say the same thing that I try to use daily, which I try to do it on a daily basis. It's something I heard a long time ago. I forgot who said it, but multiple people have said this, and I'm sure you've heard it. If you think about doing something, do it. Do not keep thinking about it. If you don't have the money to do it, find ways to get the money and do it. Like in my world, I would say if you waited 6 months, it's too long. Even if you're thinking about how to do it, get it in motion. And every day think about doing something that keeps your wheels going to get to your goal. Because the longer you keep thinking about it, the more it won't happen. So that's what I got to say to you. If you want to do something, do it. Spend a little bit of time thinking about it, but that's it. Every day is something to keep your momentum forward, and you don't go back. You got to make that decision for yourself, though.
Well said, Jace. Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, you get that terror barrier where it's like, wait a minute, I can't do this. I don't have the money, or I don't have this. Like, nope, just keep everything in motion. Well said. Well said. So let's hear about this Uber story a little quick before we peace out here.
All right. So Halloween, I think right after the pandemic. I forgot what year that was. Anyway, I get this email, and Uber's like, "Hey, we want to use your van for Halloween to give rides. So we got permission from Nickelodeon, blah, blah, blah. Can we talk details?" I'm like, sure. So we talk details. They end up coming to LA to build so if you go on like YouTube, just look up Uber celebrity rides or something like that, or Uber turtle van, you'll find it.
Okay.
But there's a commercial. So they brought the turtle van. They actually trailered a Mystery Machine from Tennessee to LA, and then they built a hamburger car for SpongeBob that they built here in LA, which I saw them build. So they knew my van interior. They knew the interior of the turtle van was ugly. It was just the 1972 van, turtle VW, right? So they spent a week working on it on their dime. So I got something cool for doing this. They redid the back, and they fixed up the front a little bit. And so with that, they're like, "Hey, can you drive this in Miami? Because we decided to do it in Miami." And I go, "Well, Halloween I'm booked in another state, which I've been already booked for months." I go, "Can I have one of my friends that knows how to drive VWs go over there?" And they were like, "No, we'll just have somebody." I go, "Okay, but if the van breaks, oh, don't worry about it. We'll have a mechanic following it the whole time." I go, "All right." Now, I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just saying that the logistics.
There are precautions. So, smart. No, it's smart like me.
But they took really good care of the van, and everything was cool. I really appreciated Uber doing that. And the only thing I can say is that there were no pictures on social media of the van going to Miami. There were no pictures of anybody getting rides in Miami, and nothing coming back, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, I have the screenshot of what the app looked like, because you basically went on the app and it would show a picture of the car and you could rent it.
Okay.
But Uber really took care of me. It was a really cool thing. There's a commercial of it. You can see it on YouTube. There's like 2 commercials, I think.
Okay.
And so I'm really grateful for Uber for doing that a couple years ago. Maybe we can do it again. It'd be really cool. But from that, I was able to make my van look a little bit better afterwards. So I had these custom seats made that looked like Pizza Hut pizza boxes made out of leather, and all the stitching is in there. So if you go on social media, you could probably see the pictures of that too. And I had a dashboard made, and everything's all really cool. Yeah.
Oh my God, incredible. Well, Jace, it seems like you got a lot on your plate this year. You're going to end with a bang, hopefully, ending up in New York with a nice finale. Next week, we have the 35th anniversary. And, well, I mean, we both know it's always a good time to be a Turtle fan, but damn, we both love being a Turtle.
Oh, yeah. If I can plug one more thing, in a couple of weeks, the van will be at Tucson Comic-Con with Kevin Eastman. So if you're around the Tucson area, Tucson Comic-Con, go.
Dude. Jason, appreciate your time. Any final words here before we take off?
No, man. Thank you to you. Appreciate you for bringing me on. And like I said, I'm just here to make smiles. So as many smiles as I can spread across the world, I'm happy. Makes me feel good inside, you know?
Well, and that's what Turtles are all about. Everybody coming together. So, Jason, we appreciate your time, and hopefully we hope to have you on again if you get this New York trip, and we'd love to hear more stories about it.
Cheers, and hopefully I get to Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, amen to that, my man. Turtle power.